Welcome back everyone. It is time for Slipways weekly challenge and we are on week 84. But for us, this is just our second one. So, good to think we might get to 84 at some point, but by that point they'll be on 168. So let's have a look at what the adjustments are for this week. Planets need one additional trade route to become prosperous. You can only pick a single perk before starting your run. Both of these will give us 10% bonus. So like last week, I played this run a few times before and I've got a few ideas on where to start. So we'll just talk through that and then we'll get going. So I think for this run, we're going to try the Dender. The big reason I want them is Enlightenment. So this will balance out the trade route penalty that we took at the start. And also, having had a quick look at the map, there aren't that many places to produce consumer goods in ways that don't block our empire reign. So really want to try and race through to Enlightenment. In terms of the perks, I've tried all of these at various points. I'm tending towards social capital for this run because I think we're going to build quite a lot of Enlightenment on our project, and a few of the cheaper entries here are also projects. But this will give us some late early game, early middle game income. And the way the map is laid out, there's a couple of places where we can allow ourselves to get to social capital fairly quickly. So let's get going. So we're going to start off with some scans like normal, and we're going to pencil in our initial planets. So our first loop is going to be here. Now, I happen to know that the first challenge with the Dender is going to be create people. So we're actually not going to populate the Earth-like planet to start with. We're just going to set up a trade route here and here. And rather conveniently, there is another Earth-like planet here. So we've got the startings of a little circle going on. We are just going to do some scanning around the rest of the galaxy at the moment in preparation for at the end of our first year so that we can create our tasks, collect our tasks as soon as it ticks over and complete it almost instantly. So what do you know? Get some population up. So let's take that. Bosh. Bosh. Sweet. Now we're next going to take the colonize 8 different planets. It's key we get this one. So this AT credits here is what's going to keep our early game economy going. And the science is going to give us a nice boost down here. So we've got to take 2 technologies at the top. So my strategy here is basically going to be take the 2 cheapest ones so that we can race through to Enlighten. I need to connect 1 trade route here. I don't believe it matters which one from my playtests. And we are going to drop the culture here. Not because this planet particularly needs it, but it's free trade. So we're now at plus 14 gold a turn. And we're just going to scout out where our next set of planets are going to be. I want this one to be humans so we can use the goop that's produced in here, because none of these planets will take goop as an input. Then we are going to look at, I think, producing wheat up here. Just checking back. No, I think we're going to produce, yes, we're going to produce wheat up here. And that will produce minerals here. And then hopefully we'll find some robots. Now the key bit with this wheat is we do not want to connect this human planet here. So this will take care of extra inputs here to help us on our way to prosperous. Now our next biggest challenge is our unemployment is quite high. So our economy is fairly stable, but we need to kick our employment up and we need to start colonizing some worlds of different types. So we're going to start with this lovely water world. It's given us some water. Scan down here. Now, ideally what we're looking for is a planet that produces some water for this guy so that we could turn into humans. So now we have a nice double trade route here where one human in gets a reciprocal route and then it goes over here to fill in the wheat in a triangle. We're going to lock that one in. Okay, so this asteroid is perfect for us. And then we finish the year. Yeah, so we colonize 3 of our 8 planets. And now I think what I want to do is just draw the water down here. Sorry, not that. Draw the wheat across here. And do a people for water trade here. So we're now at 37 credits a year. And we have quite a nice stable empire. So I think this here also, yeah. So now at 41 credits a year. So now we need to start planning out our next expansion. So the things that we need to take care of are science. So we've currently got 0. And we know to really kickstart our empire, we're going to need to get 12 plus 17. So we're going to need to get to 29 science. 8 of that science is going to come from up here. And we need to find a few more places to get some science. So every rune we uncover gives us 2 science. So we know we have an extra 2 here. We need to find the rest of it. Now, it's really a case of which order do we want to do this in. So unlocking this asteroid, or unlocking these planets, means we can use this asteroid for 18. So I think we're going to key that in next. Now, what I tend to do at this point is make sure that we split our time between when we want to scan and when we want to build. And we shouldn't scan until we've completed any given build. Because if we haven't scanned or gained any new information, we can undo back to where we are now. So we're 21 years, 8 months into the game. And we have 41 credits coming to our name. So that's a fairly good position for us to be in. But what we really need to do is make sure we can get to the end of this year. That may be a struggle for us. Because I don't see too many asteroids. So if we colonize this planet, that's 8. The problem with that is, let's click it, you're going to see our income is going to go down as we hit 8 planets up here. So we're now only getting 32 per turn. So is that the best that we can do? Or are we better off forwarding to the end of the year, taking in our gold, sacrificing a small amount of momentum, and then going back at it next year? The other option, let's see how this plays out. So can we undo anything? No, we gained some information. I was wondering if we could undo what we had done here and do it better up here. So I think at this point, don't normally like doing this, but I think we're going to skip to next year, net our 41. Now we're going to build our infrastructure over here. So we're going to start with this guy to this guy. Now again, very careful to make sure we don't connect to this guy up here. I need to make sure that this guy goes across here. We're going to right click, take the asteroid, or we have the option to take the asteroid, I should say. And now what we need to do is work out what the strategy for wheat to Abraxas is. I think it's this jungle planet. We haven't settled a jungle planet. So A, it helps us there. And B, it seems the only option around here. We are going to do a quick scan up here. So we have a remnant planet over here. Let's see what we have down here. We unfortunately have nothing. So let's just look at our map. and see where it is we think we want to go next. So we've got our remnant planet without water. Let's scan over this way. Okay. So this gives us some water in. And some goop down here. And we have the robots on this side. And we have 2 new asteroids uncovered. So I think this is the next play. To go across that better, or is this route better? So that took us 29 to 32, 29 to 31. Let's do this one. And then we can eat 2 asteroids if we need to. Let us have a look around here. So we have an Earth-like planet. And we have a water planet. So if we need to produce for that a robot, we need some minerals. That's working out quite nicely. We need some humans. And we need some wheat. No, this way around. So this is giving us quite a nice square now. And we've, in the same time, picked up 3 separate asteroids. So I think this is our next play. Then, before I do that, I just want to scan down here, because I think this is where we're going to be building our research lab. Yes. So we have an ability to produce water here, and that would be a 1 plus 2, a 3 research lab. So the question is, which order do we want to do this in? So we know we're going to get 80 credits when we finish level 2. So let's see what happens if we put the research lab in first. And conscious we have the asteroids over here. So this might be a good year to get that set up. But all we're going to do this year is pay for it. So we'll make the research planet the first thing we do next year, because the colonization cost is too much. So this year we will focus on settling this area to maximize our 32 income. So what's the best way to do that? Taking us back to 32. So that's net neutral, no benefit. We were to do this and this. Now we have to be careful not to click that button. That counts as new information in Slipways. So if we do that, we cannot undo anything. So I think the fact that these 2 operations completed our challenge means we've picked the right approach. So I'm going to do that. Then we're going to pick up our new task. Given our tech goal is to get to the technology enlightenment, I think I'm going to pick the prosperous human planets. It's going to be a little while before we can manage to produce that. But we should at least stand a chance of accomplishing that. We're going to use our windfall money to set up our lab. It's only a +3 lab at the moment, but when we get some extra resources here, if we can manage that one, we will be able to produce an extra water and make it a +5 lab. Neither of these seems especially helpful for producing that, but oh, maybe. Hydroponic farms on arid and desert planets. So there is an arid planet there, but I don't think it matters because I'm still lacking some robots. So let's hold off and let's complete this loop here first. Because then we can get the culture unlocked for free trades. So we need 12 technology plus 17. We need 29 technology points. We have 11 so far. Do this loop. So that has taken care of most of our resource shortages. This guy's got a resource shortage of 4%. This guy's got 2%. So we've got a couple more years to fix this resource shortage, and we know we're going to fix one of it by doing that. I also want to try and join this up. So that's created a successful planet. We still have these 2 asteroids to eat, and I want to move the culture. So this goes up here, and that fulfills that need. Yep, that's money positive. So what are we now at? 17 years, and we've got 50 gold a turn. So we have 1 forebear runes here and 1 forebear runes here. I think it's now time we explored both of those. And then we'll have to work out if we can try and get a second water in here from a human. So this here. So 10 people into happiness, scavenge. Okay. Let's hold off changing anything there. We picked up the science though. Okay, can't afford that. Asteroid time. Okay, so we're definitely going to pick up the free science. So that's taken us to 24. Now what I said we needed was 12, 17, 29. So at this rate, it's going to take us 2 more years in order to be able to get our science up. So let's see if we can get an extra human in there this year. Doesn't especially look like we can. There is a forebear rune here that can join up, but I don't think it does anything for us. It does not. So there are some interesting possibilities here. We could take a chance and colonize that for some minerals and see what's there. How many years have we got here? So we don't have to worry about this one right now because it's got to get to 8 years before it causes us a problem. So this has solved our robot problem here, which means that would be minerals. That could then be anything we liked. So still got 2 asteroids that are in good shape for us. We have an unmet need over there of chips. And we have a way to produce robots here. So this import route is going to help with making this successful. Is what we do flip over now and come down this way. At the very least, getting the forebear rune unlocked will help us with our science. I haven't 100% figured out what our second lab would be, though. Or where it would be. It's a possibility to put it here and turn it into a mineral lab. Maybe. I've got one mineral. It wouldn't be a brilliant research lab, but it would be better than 0. What other techs are we eyeing up here? Empathetic links is interesting. Habitat, self-sustaining economy. So Genesis cells is very interesting. That's going to start to give us some water on this planet, some slime on that planet, a bit of slime down here, some water over here, extra water and extra slime over here. That also goes there. What does that, how does that look money-wise? So it's money positive. But it still needs an extra import route to become like a better planet. That would produce robots. We do have slipstream relays as the Dender. So that is an option for our next tech if we could get enough. Okay, I think I'm going to explore down here now. So now we need to find some humans that we can hopefully... So that works okay as a circle, but I can't get the humans into there at the moment, which is a shame. But if I do this and then connect, we should at least be able to get to the forebear rooms. Cost 30 credits, creates energy. Now, can that join there? Yes, it can. So that's positive for us. Let's do that, because I have the credits at the moment. I almost said ducats there. I play a lot of, or used to play a lot of Europa Universalis. So now we have 29. So hydrophonics. And if my maths is right, we have enlightenment. So let us start trying to enlighten our planets. Now this is where our perk is going to kick in. So we paid a little bit of penalty at the start of this, but our perk should really help us out now. So I was hoping that we were going to do better than that. Let's start with this planet. I think that gave us an extra 4. So where's the resource shortage is coming up at 14%. Just make sure we're not. That's 4%. 2%. 2%. 6%. So it's not a problem until we get too low, but I just want to make sure we haven't got to the point where we have gone so low that we get a permanent penalty. I think we do that. Now what stops you from being prosperous? 6 imports and exports. So if I did this... So if we do this, 5. And then if we click over here, prosperous. Okay, good. So what does this guy need to be prosperous? 2 import routes, 2 export routes. Probably not going to happen. Trade with 3 other planets and a total of 7 import and export routes. So he's probably not immediately going to become prosperous. But our first goal is to get a second human planet prosperous. Let's have a look down here. So do we have an asteroid to pick? And then we're going to see what happens if we try and promote that planet a bit. We do not seem to have a good asteroid right now. That one is not bad. So if I did this... Okay, so that's given us the 5 science, and I think this now means there's enough import and export and successful planets that this guy goes prosperous as soon as we get 20 resources. 20 gold. So we can definitely get 20 gold next turn. Is there anything we can do to get it beforehand? So where are we likely to put this energy? Let's have a quick scan here. Is there anywhere we are likely to get wheat? Desert planet has a hydroponic farm. So that's robots for wheat, but I don't know how I can manage to produce robots there. I think we do that because that's going to give us some extra gold. So this is goop for wheat. I think we just put this here for the last action. Ah, that was a free action. Okay. So what do we want the last action to be? So resource shortages. That's fixable there quite easily in this cycle. So we've got to fix this cycle up. This cycle up next. Unemployment isn't terrible. Research is going okay. So what can I do in the last month of the year? I think this is a scan. Except we don't have any at all. Okay, we are going to skip 1 month. Close your eyes, everyone. Okay, so first order of business, can we make this prosperous? We can. Good. Okay, so the only task left is increase wheat by 14 units. So the only question here is, do we want to take this task and risk failing it? Where are we likely to produce some wheat? So this guy's already level 3. We have 14 years to go. We're going to have to produce at least 3 wheat here. We will probably produce some more wheat here. We have to set up at least 1 more lab. And we're going to produce some wheat here. I think we can do it. Let's go for it. So I think first order of business is to complete the loop here. So we're at 30 and plus 57. That becomes circuits. Ah, that's a human planet. So this here. So we're already out of money. So do we have to do this? Ah, so this down here didn't do what I wanted it to do. It hasn't met the need of the planet. I was expecting... Can I undo that? No. I was expecting this to have generated wheat, but it hasn't. So I think what we should have done was, well, we clearly should have done something else. That would have better used that energy. I don't know why it hasn't taken care of the wheat need. Ah, it's taking care of the circuit need. But if I put this in... No, it's too late now. The chips can't go through. Okay, that was my mistake. Okay. Note to self, always check after having set up the route that it's done what you wanted it to do. So if we do this, and then this, so we're already out of... I almost said ducats again. We're already out of money. Because these planets are getting very expensive to maintain. So if we did this planet, so that fulfills the need. This one is missing an import route. Now, where are my resource shortages? This is 5%. So do we do this planet next? Given how badly we screwed up this area. We have a trade route here, which isn't too difficult to pull off. Next year we will have some extra gold. Another forebear runes here. There are some asteroids that are nice and edible. So this produces wheat. Sorry, this produces goop, and that needs goop. If I can find a second human planet. Extra wheat. But there doesn't seem to be anywhere else to send that wheat. So we could pick up asteroid dwelling to get a human to feed in there. That doesn't seem too bad, right? That gets us the forebear rune. I think I quite like that, and we'll get that next turn. We'll have the added advantage of unlocking tier 3 tech. Next year, sorry. So that doesn't seem bad. It would also upgrade this, force it to need goop, which we can feed in there. So let's take the... I think I did that wrong, because I thought I already had that active. I think I produce 1 extra unit of wheat without getting some payoff. So I'm fixing this. So that to make that prosperous, makes that prosperous, potentially makes that prosperous if I can get some extra water. Can't get across there. So I need to not eat that asteroid, but I can eat that asteroid. Am I going to do anything with that planet? Maybe, honestly. So it needs 2 import routes. So that robots and Goop and robots produce wheat. That's not bad, right? That helps get that up to prosperous. If we get this one going, we're going to get some water over here. So he needs a second import of robots. Which, in theory, if I got the slipways, I could feed in. So that's seeming okay. Is there anything we want to do before the end of the year? We've still got a few more years to fix that resource shortage. Where's my biggest unemployment? So now that I screwed that one up, if I was to put a research hub here, I could in theory do a mineral research. It wouldn't be a huge lab, but these guys could come in. Let's do one more scan here. See what we have. Dubious. Okay. So first order of business next year. Habitats is the right thing to do. It's the cheapest one. It gets us to the high level tech. This is going to take a while to fix. Getting the forebear runes is definitely going to help this planet become successful. So that's the first thing we're going to do. I think we're going to skip to the end of the year again. Take the technology. And then see how this works. So it costs nothing to set up. So we could turn it into minerals and chips. That's perfect, right? That's what we want to feed in here. Let's do that. It produces some robots for us. We're still very short on money. So I think this one next. Are we better with this one next? I want to get the extra wheat here. Still not enough. So where are these resource shortages? That's a 1, 7, 10, 1, 7, 10. So they have 4 planets. 3, 9. Hold on. 6, 9, 10. It says I have 15. Where is that extra resource shortage? Ah, down here. Fine. Nothing that's going to come from that asteroid. I can get 6 from this asteroid if I chose to. Is there anything else I can do? Well, there's one into idle culture. Prosperous planets get extra. So if I could get some water in there, I could make that prosperous. I know how to make you prosperous, I just don't have enough money. And I know how to make you prosperous. So I think we'll burn the asteroid. Do I want to get some people? Probably not, right? So let's see if this makes this prosperous. It hasn't. What does it need to be prosperous? Trade with other successful planets. And some extra human exports. So that's... Okay, so that's a good thing to put on. It's giving us extra gold. So we're at 67. 71. So this is giving us 4 extra gold per turn. So this is to 77. It needs a second export route. So, is there a way I can get that science center set up? That could produce chips to feed in there. But we're still... Minerals will still be 3 science. No, a little bit. Please. Oh, wrong button. Don't think it's possible, team. Nope. Okay, so not possible. So at the moment, this next year, this one is going to cause us a problem. So I have to do this. Like that. That's going to increase our science and resolve some of our resource shortages. If I do this, I can get 1 wheat. Yes, that will give me 1 wheat. So what's the technology that I want? Like the slip relay would be really helpful, but do I have enough of an economy to support them? Maybe the answer. So if I enlighten you, you are now successful. You're trading one successful planet. So you need a chip to become successful. You need some robots. You need an export to become successful. So if I did this. So you still need an export route. You need a second place to send people. If I did you here. $61. Okay, so the problem with that is I've upped my empire size to the next level. That's bad. So resource shortages are mostly down. I need to look at optimizing what I have. Ideally, I'd get a second robot here. This is a good... This is a good trade. As is this, but I can't get a second robot. I could with a slipway. So I think I definitely need to get the slipstream relay. We are also short on science. So if I put a science lab here, does that count as an export? Let's do it closer and find out if it counts as an export or not. I'm not sure if it will do if there's nothing else. So it does make it successful. But it needs more imports and exports. This is doing wheat and wheat. Use a second export route. So you need another place to send wheat to. You need more planets and more places to send water to. Can't immediately see a place to send water to. You need wheat chips in. So that's a good trade. We want to get to the end of this year without adding any more planets, I think. We need to try and make... If I can make this planet successful, I don't think that will... No, that's not going to do it. Because there's no extra water here. So you are successful. You are successful. If you got chips, you become successful and that guy becomes prosperous. $17. Ah, but I can't do that this year. Of course I can't. Need to do everything I can without extra people. Interesting. I didn't realize the habitat could make more than one human. So if I can get it some water or some goop. And some consumer goods, I guess. Which it doesn't look like I can. Let's do a few scans. Let's humans produce goop. That produces wheat. That goes round in a circle. That produces circuits. But that doesn't, the humans don't quite reach. But the humans could with a slipway. So in theory, this is solved. I have an Earth-like world here, but I'm not sure I'm going to get it used. Next goal is to get this area set up and probably get the research lab going. Cannot afford the cost. That would make that planet successful. No, it needs at least 2 export routes. That is a way to give that an export route. Okay, I think we have to month skip again. We're waiting for Slipways as a technology. So if I do this... Is it out of range? Yes, okay. So at the start of this year, we were making 90. So we have to make sure that after connecting everything up here, we make at least 90. That's good. That flipped to prosperous. So if I put the science lab here... So we made 55 that round. So 37 will be 1 science off the slipway, but I can get it in there. But we are money-wise okay at the moment. So I need more wheat in. No way of getting more wheat. So I need either some water in. That's there by the slipways. What do you need? You need to export wheat. Nowhere to do that. So where's my resource shortages? 17%. 4. So let's see if I can fix this. So I've got 11 now. So that's an easy fix. So is that. So resource shortage is still 7%. So that's 5%. There's a forge world and a primordial world. So you are 1%. You are 5%. 1%. That's 7% total. So you need to come down here. Then you build this. Then we do that. Okay, 8 years to go. We have the research here. We missed out on the slipways by exactly 1. So let's do the goop check here. So it's going to start getting down the unemployment. Where's the shortages getting worse? Resource shortage is 6. So over here, I need some minerals. So let's scan. Because this minerals is cut. The minerals from here are going to come down here when we wire the robot in. So robot minerals down here. So do any of my human planets not have their project? You don't, but you also need an import route. So may as well take the asteroid. You need more imports or exports. Does anywhere else need some goop? So you could put some goop up here. If I could export some wheat somewhere. Perfect. There. Then goop up there. But first thing is to get this fixed, because that's my last resource shortage, or my last serious resource shortage. Okay, I think we need to end turn again and make me cry. Let's go for the relay. So see if I can put it here, because there is a technology that lets. Does this planet? That planet joins up. Okay, that's fine. There's a technology that lets you add an extra connection. Just seeing if there's any way to make that more advantageous for me. It doesn't look like it. Let's do this. But I have seen I can put one here if I'm sneaky and get some gunk there. That. And then I need to do... Let's just check I needed that one. It is out of range. Okay. Let's do this one first. Water. $10 and $9. Okay. Can I do it more of a straight line? 10 and 9. 19 credits. Come on, I need one asteroid just to make sure I can get that in this turn. Is there any way I can do it? Our economy is still very, very low, and our slipways are getting more expensive. Is there any other way to get a robot there? I do not think so. $44. Ah. 6. Okay. So I moved it very slightly to make it more of a straight line, and it did come back better. Okay. good news is no resource shortages, 8% unemployment. So let's work out where the people are and try and give them some jobs. So I'm not researching goop. I wanted to put the goop over here, though. So if he has one more export... I'm going to do goop and goop this way. That is filling some things in. He could become successful. I am lacking water down here. Okay, skip again. So technology-wise, we're not too bad now. I need one more tech to advance. That's interesting. Weather control. Quite cheap. Could turn it into an arid planet. Don't want to do that right now. Now, what did I want to do? I wanted to wheat down here. Goop up here. Now you need one more to be prosperous. If I put this here, can I... Is there any way I can squeeze that through? Doesn't look like it. Definitely doesn't look like it. So I can this and this to make that successful. I don't necessarily want a goop research station. I don't think I can get one, but it's a good way to use up these people that are currently not doing anything for me. So by doing that bit of work, I went from 104 to 111. So 7 gold for... It's probably not efficient. Let's do this one, because I think that's better. So it's giving me 112 extra per turn to 104. Maybe not better? Do I have any planets that I should upgrade? So you get 3 more. If I do that, if I put a slipway here, it's me to 111 again. It's very much of a muchness. I think I need to be smarter. So this guy needs more imports or exports. Is there anywhere he can send wheat to? So that's an obvious one. Ah, so I can do that. And that. That's quite nice. Oh, hold on. That took a lot of my gold. Oh no, I enlightenment down here. That's okay. So I'm going to do this first. Then we'll do this. Then we'll do this. Now he needs one more import or export for wheat. We've got robots in, minerals in. Can't do anything with a lava planet. So we could do that. But then I couldn't get any ships over there. What's my next technology likely to be? Weather manipulation. If you can get 2 planets, both producing humans, they will generate culture. Okay, that's the technology that I should get, because then I can put some culture here. A little bit of culture here. And then maybe some down here as well. And that will also fill in a lot of my missing exports and unemployment. Does that count as a trade route? I guess it does. Let's finish this off as well, if we have some gold. Not quite. So let's see what's up here, just in case there's anything interesting. Remnant planet. Another remnant planet, I should say. So let's get the human. Or empathetic links is interesting. Allows structures to receive a second human. That would work here. Here. For happiness. And then maybe I could do empathetic links and culture. Have I got enough science? Let's try empathetic links and then we'll aim for the culture one afterwards. It means we won't get to the really advanced ones, but I don't... Or we could try and get universal harmony. So what would we need to get that? That's 20, that's 2 more. So if I did this next year, that should give me 1 extra human down here for 1 more research. I could do that there for 2 more research, 3 more research, which would be 12 per turn, which would then mean 4 years. So I would just squeeze in universal harmony if I did that. Which wouldn't be bad. And that would also fix my unemployment. So where are my no export planets as well? Let's do that. So I have 1 planet without an export. How do I find that? Planet without an export. I don't see any more forebear runes to hook up either. I do have an asteroid here for some gold. That's a good connection. No export and unemployment is one of my biggest problems. Can I get an extra human there? I don't think I can. So that would give me more happiness. Where is the no export? Where have I managed to hang a planet? Ships are getting exported. I'm sure someone's yelling at me that they have found where it is. Don't know if that's a good trade or a bad trade, so we'll hold off. I wish it would tell me how I can find the no unemployment. And we still have to produce 5 more units of wheat. I want to make sure I don't forget that one as well, otherwise that's going to hurt my score. Not sure if we can do it. Ah, this one, it's this planet. Okay. There we go. Okay, so can I put you here to try and get you there? And can I then give you the project to make you successful? I've still got 8% unemployment. It will eat the asteroid. Now, where are my unemployed people? Here and here. So the structures being able to take extra people is going to help my employment a lot. How can I produce more wheat? So if I go down here, that should produce 1 more wheat, which would then mean I need to produce 4 more. And that would have a nice advantage of decreasing my technology cost. Oh no, we're getting access to the Dender Metropolis. Don't know what that is. So if you can have an export route, you could produce 1 more wheat. So you could produce a human there for nothing. Export. Human produce chip. Chip go there. I like that. That takes me to 11 wheat. You are maxed out. You are maxed out. You are not. If you got water, you would produce wheat. That would take me to 12 wheat. So I'm at 12 wheat now. It means I need 1 more planet. That is robot produces wheat. That is goop produces wheat. So it can be consumed there. So that may well do it. So let's scan over here. So first objective. If I did this, does that? No. Don't want that first. I want to get the wheat done. So I said, this is goop produces wheat. 12. Do the structures now. Vent. Now, how do I move these people? You move. You move. You move. Prosperous. So we're at 132 happiness. We have 4 unemployment at the moment. Where do you go? So I want you to go there. You're probably better off going there. 3% unemployment. Okay, where are they? So if I send you down there, you need to be trading with some more successful planets, and you need more imports and exports. You're never going to want water. You would want water, but I'd need the slipways to get over there. So I put you here. That ups my happiness, and it gives me a giant load of gold. 136. So that's slightly more happiness. We're going to do that. I still have 2% unemployment. And I need to produce 2 more wheat. Okay, let's fix the wheat problem first. So this is robot produces wheat. This is robot produces wheat. I have no robots here. I did take hydroponic farms. So where am I producing robots? There. So I have a person there. He is unemployed. Okay, so let's see what's over here. Maybe with any luck. Nope. So he could come down here if I wanted to. This is robots for wheat. This is robots and goop for wheat. So I have goop. No, so I have water. So where can I get... Can I get water from anywhere? Robots for water. Okay. So robot seems to be what I need in order to fix the goop problems. Sorry, fix the wheat problem. Is there any other planet over here that looks interesting? For producing wheat. So if you got some water, you would produce some wheat. 13. And if you got some water, you would produce some wheat. So you're already producing max amount of wheat. Can I upgrade you? Would you become prosperous? Very nice. If I add you here, can't add you there. Can't add you there. This robot produces wheat. That robot produces wheat again. But that's... That's robot produces wheat. Okay, there we go. Okay, hub world. Once you get a council member to level 4, you get access to their hub world. These are built like structures but need to be placed on a suitable planet. You can only build one hub world for each race, but each one should provide a nice happiness boost in the right conditions. Okay, I have never built one of these before, so let's go and have a look. What does it do? Built directly on a successful or better planet, only one per sector. Gets +1 happiness for every 2 people produced on this world, and everything directly connected to it as long as they are employed. Let's fix this one up first. Now we have no export here, and we have 2 unemployed. Okay, so science-wise, I think I want to get universal culture, which I will get in 13... That will take me to 34. So I'll get that in 2 more years. So I will get that with enough time to go. So now it's a case of where do I build this hub world? So what does the definition say? For every 2 people produced on this world and everything directly connected to it, as long as they are employed. Okay. So let's try the trial and error. So if I put it here, we go to 140 happiness. If I put it here, we go to 140 happiness. World. So if I put it here, we go to 144 because it's connected to 3 worlds that are producing people. Is there a better place to put it? I don't think so, to be honest. It looks quite good there. Okay, I'm going to get this guy stopping being unemployed. So now I have 2 unemployeds. Where are they? Where's the flashing? I know that the hanging resource is up here, so that's okay. So he's still unemployed. So I could... So what if I just did this to here? He's no longer unemployed. And he had 7 of imports. Perfect. So that helps with his imports. So this is my last unemployed person. So if I put him here, that seems okay because that's a prosperous planet. So you need some more imports or exports. So you would like to import some water or some green slime. So if I put you here, that makes you prosperous. Next year I will get that and I'll have 2 years to make use of it. So what do I do with this guy's wheat? So yeah, so here, that should then give me a prosperous planet there actually. Correct. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. So you want some goop. So humans can produce goop. Can I get you a human there? I can. So let's do that. Now, what do you need? One more import or export route. So you're getting in chips, robots, goop. You're using all your wheat. So you need one more source of chips or one more source of robots. If I make you successful. I now have 2 unemployed people. You should go here. So I put you down here. You are now unemployed as... You are not unemployed, sorry. I can now get people producing planets produce culture. If you trade here, does that make you prosperous? Good. If I just... So what do you need? You don't have enough import or export routes. You're just not sending enough minerals around. So if you put culture there, and if you put culture there, you become prosperous. If you put culture there, you become successful. I now need one or other of you to become successful. If I put a slip here, you need an export. You have some culture. Create 12 new trade routes in a single year. Okay, didn't know that was an achievement. But it's not a bad one to have. So you need an export route. So you need to send some slime. And I don't have anywhere for you to send slime. So you can become prosperous. You need somewhere else to send wheat. You need 5 of 7, you're 4 of 7. So you don't have any extra water to send. You have slime. Can I build like a trade hub or anything? Wheat to humans. The Genesis project. This isn't, I don't believe it's a project. So if I send that here, does that doesn't do anything. Can I connect human planets? There was a tech that was connecting human planets together. If you connect 2 planets producing humans, both of them will generate culture. Okay. I wouldn't have got that anyway. Because we've got no negatives. So where do we have extra resources that we might want to do things with? So you can become prosperous. That seems like a good move. Cannot put a structure on the habitat, but that's okay. You are missing imports and exports. You need another import route. Just 169 and makes you successful. That takes it to 168, okay. That seems good. Export routes. So humans produce water. Do I have any spare humans? I don't think I do. I have a culture here. So you need to trade with 1 more successful planet. There's no way I can get water over there by the looks of it. Would I be able to get some water in there? Maybe. But how do I get a human over there? I need goop. So there's a place for some. So robots produce wheat. That will give you some exports. Okay, that's probably good. Then a slipway here. Makes you successful and you prosperous. We have 4 months to go. We have no negatives. Do we have any bouncing culture? Before we plan our last few moves. I don't see anything. Should we have one here? Okay. So you want extra resources. You need extra resources. It's not going to make you successful. It's 172. 172. 172. So it's always the same. So do I have enough months to... No. So with the culture, I could have used the robot to produce water with no penalty to feed in there. but I'm not going to be able to do it. So we're going to put that down there. You need more imports or exports. So you could have humans there that I could then feed back into there, but I don't think I need to. Unfortunately, I'm now making so much money, I can't do anything with it all. I've got 353 gold, and there's just nothing that I can make use of. So what do we want to do for the last little bits? First of all, have we made sure we've built those projects on every human planet? I think we have. So if you could get one more import or export, you would become successful. But there is nothing spare. You could have more imports or exports. If you had one more import and export, you would become successful. But the only thing you can export is goop. You need 2 more. Okay. I'm not seeing any really obvious last moves here with how much time we have left. We could colonize one planet if we chose to. But I'm not sure I see how it would work. We can also do one thing with a slipway. If we can find somewhere. I don't think that works. No. We could use a slipway somewhere if we can find something that is good to trade. Probably the highest happiness score I have ever gotten. I don't know what it's going to translate to in real score terms. This guy doesn't have any circuits, but I can only produce circuits with humans. I could... What does that do? 173 happiness. So we've got one more month to go. I'm not seeing anything super obvious. What does the last tech do? Every successful people producing planet generates culture. I wonder if one of the tricks we missed was making some of these successful. But it didn't seem immediately obvious how we could go about that. You could sort of do a robot in there to produce some goods, and then maybe that would have generated some culture. So maybe there were a few things that we could do better. A bit more optimization. But I'm pretty happy with where we have ended up here. Just got to work out what to do with the very last move. I don't see anything really obvious where we could turn something from what have we got? Established to successful is probably what we want to hope for. 2 imports and 2 exports. Okay, fine. I know that wasn't a good move, but I didn't need to do anything else. 23, 24, 6. Can we get to 26,400? Okay. So we've got 59 points, 173 happiness, 13 prosperous planets. Okay, where do we think we finished? 26,400. Where does that put us on the leaderboard? All right, that is 4th. Okay, never been that high before. We were 14th, I think, last week, so Well, thanks for watching, everyone. If you see me on the scoreboard, come and find my YouTube video, although you probably already have by the time you've got to this point. Take care. See you next week. Bye-bye.